I am super excited for this game. My whole background is in shooters. Halo was the very first game I ever played. If I remember right, Carl, you're not like you weren't ever huge into shooters. If I mean I know you were, but like, what's your background in shooters,
Mm,
really quick?
I mean, probably just the typical, Call of Duty through high school, stuff like that, and then a pretty good amount of Escape from Tarkov. But other than that, nothing all too much.
Okay, yeah, no, okay. So wait, really quick follow up question: what was your favorite Call of Duty, or the best
Oh
one in
my
your
God,
opinion?
probably the where zombies came in or Modern Warfare 2. Probably that would have to be it.
Okay,
I have
because
so many memories of just sniping long snipes on some of those maps, or just playing shotguns on shipment and just absolutely wrecking people, running in circles, flashing, having spawn points like memorized, and just humming grenades.
yep.
Yeah, it was just like stupid stuff like that. But yeah, probably it'd have to be Modern Warfare 2. I think that's where shipment was.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2, World at War was also
Yeah,
probably my favorite just because that story was unbelievable. I probably shouldn't have seen that at like 12 or 13. Probably makes a lot of sense of why I am the way I am at this point as a person. But I will say again, it's not necessarily Bungie I'm a massive fan of, right? But it's the style of content of games they've made, right? Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Reach. That is my favorite video game series of all time. This is pretty much an impromptu podcast really quick because I am so excited for this game. I love extraction shooters. I played a little bit too much Tarkov despite the amount of crap that was going on in that game, the cheaters, the lack of response from the devs. I still played that game so much to an unhealthy degree. Especially I played it alone. I didn't play it with
yeah.
people.
It's funny. I forgot Bungie. I also played quite a bit of Destiny 1 when that was originally
Uh,
released, but haven't
Same,
haven't touched that in a little bit too.
same.
Obviously, Destiny 2 now, but
But to give really quick to you, Carl, because you're live reacting to this. To me, I've been discovering a little bit about this past week. But Marathon is an extraction shooter. It's a bit of a hero shooter too. It obviously from the screen just itself before we even play the video, it has its own unique flair to it, and I'm really excited for this game and what is to come with this. So with that, I'm gonna play the video really quick.
let's check it out.
Oh, that's loud. There we go. Okay. Looks really like glossy. Like some of the character,
So
it looks a little odd to me, but that right there, that's
strikes
the
me.
Halo sniper. That's the Halo sniper right there. But the reticle,
Yeah,
and it even sounds like a
I don't
little
know.
bit too.
I don't know if you've ever played Risk for Rain.
Yeah,
That's what this art theme looks
Marathon
like.
is a
100%.
team-based extraction shooter set
The way
around the
Lupo described it
mysterious
was
and
like
cutthroat world
glossy
of
and
Tau
matte.
Ceti 4. You
That's
are a runner,
okay.
a cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats.
So
Capable
that
of
looked
both
like AI.
tactical and fast-paced combat.
Okay, you can go invis.
Here
At least
you'll
one of
fight
those
in a
characters
crew of
can.
up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest.
Okay.
You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players,
18?
countless security
Okay.
forces, and otherworldly threats. To scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune. The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map.
One thing I noticed, this game looks really
Before
smooth.
deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead. Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive. Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs. Survive, and your loot
You
can be
cut out
taken
there.
into
I
future
lost
runs
you.
as you grow in power and fill your vault.
I was saying the game looks really smooth.
Death is inevitable.
Yeah, I would imagine this is probably run on their internal
Think quickly on
servers.
your feet and outplay your opponent. And in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight.
Sounds like a Hunger Games theme.
Bungie brings its best-in-class
Yeah.
first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay, Runners with unique playstyles and customizable builds create highly dynamic and strategic team fights. Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run or high-rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how.
So that dude just slid across the screen.
Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill
very
and
fast, too.
strategy will always have the edge. Marathon is designed to be played in crews, with contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out, to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot. And if you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge,
Okay, so that's
we give you the
striking me
freedom
like
to opt out
a
of crew fill to take all the glory for yourself.
2 melees to kill. Interesting.
Solo runner.
yeah.
No two runs in
It's
marathon
striking me
ever
though
play
like
the
an
same.
Apex.
With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive. Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective. Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Void.
If it's that transparent, I don't think it is,
Search the
but
map
that would be
for
pretty
rare
crazy.
materials and profit opportunities.
Yeah, just completely
without
well,
being
Mirage in Apex Legends completely like
Want
he
to push
disappears.
enemies
Yeah.
He's
to
gone.
Steal their loot. Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews.
So one thing I hope is the gunplay has a little bit more weight behind it than they're showing right now. I feel like it doesn't look like there's very much weight to the to like the recoil or like the impact of the guns.
Yeah.
You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination. Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community events, and more all await you in Season 1, where you and your friends will start to unravel the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4. Remember, you're only ever one run away from your next big score.
Okay. So I'm really excited for it. It looks like a lot of fun. As you kind of said, yeah, maybe the guns don't feel as weighty, but as you kind of saw, and I kind of understand there's about 4 classes so far. As you kind of mentioned, you're kind of hit the head on the nail. Hit the head on the nail, yeah.
Nail on the head.
Nail on the head, one of the two. I'm clearly having a stroke, but it's again, it's very similar to Apex, where I like those classes. Like you can be one of those, like the guy that's really fast, someone who's invisible, someone who's kind of a support, right? That's what I know so far. But also with a team composition of 3, you technically could all be the person who's very fast. I think it was Glitch. You could technically be that. All 3 of you could be that character for extraction shooters, which is interesting. Now I feel like that might get abused, but no, I'm just very excited for this game, and I look forward to hopefully playing it in the alpha. We'll see. But yeah, again, any thoughts, Carl?
I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they tie it together. Like I said, just looking at that, it's really hard to see what it actually feels like gunplay wise. With that being said, Bungie's kind of known for really good gunplay, so I would imagine, regardless of what it looks like, the final product will probably be pretty good. But that would be my only, I guess, maybe my only thought on that. The speed of the game, maybe kind of if it's able to pick up or move quick. Some of that looks like they're darting across the screen. I think you said the sliding and stuff. So I think the pacing will be interesting. Some of those faster paced games can be a lot of fun to get your hands on, especially when the guns feel like there's weight behind them, the recoil, the impact of the bullets and the rounds and all that stuff. So
Right.
It'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting to see what I see. There you go. Strokes. It says September 23rd. Is that going to be for the closed alpha, or is that for the full release? What's the timeline for this looking like?
Well, that is literally on the screen at the end. It says coming September 23rd, 2025 for the closed alpha test. So the alpha will be coming out on the 23rd, I believe. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this. What do you guys think about Marathon? What are your reactions? Any thoughts, considerations? Leave down in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe. And until then, guys, we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.